Commission. The City of Pahokee Commission meeting has been called to order Tuesday, October the 14th at 7:25 p.m. If we could all stand for invocation and pledge, please. We have Pastor Daddy. Would you do us the honor of invocation, please?
Almighty God, we thank you that we have the freedom to come here tonight. And Lord, may our hearts be of one for the City of Pahokee. And Lord, bless this commission, bless this audience. In your precious name of Jesus, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much, Pastor Patty. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Mayor Walsh.
Present.
Commissioner Bass. Commissioner Biggs.
Here.
Commissioner Hill. Vice Mayor Walker. City Manager Moore. City Attorney Brandenburg. Sergeant at Arms Sergeant Cohen.
Present.
Temporary Assistant Deputy City Clerk Andrew Bruton. Present.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk. City Manager, additions to the agenda items.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, Miss Amy Dean under K1 from Palmdale Foundation, she said that she felt that this was not a good night to do her presentation, and so she has decided to have her presentation taken off the agenda. In lieu of that presentation, Mr. Mayor, I mentioned to you all earlier that Mr. Badala from SWS, our garbage and trash collector, company that does provide those services, is here tonight. If we could either place him in her place.
That would be great. So, K1.
Okay, and then the other item, Mr. Mayor, I believe Vice Mayor Walker wanted to add under P4, the memo from the city manager.
Okay, thank you. P4. Commissioners, can we get a motion to approve additions to the agenda item?
So moved.
Thank you very much, Commissioners. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Hill.
Yes.
Commissioner Biggs.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Walker. Yes. Mayor Walsh.
Yes. We're going to move on to F, as we noted in our regular workshop, that we have no public service announcements. Commissioners, can we have a motion to approve minutes from special meeting July 29, 2014, first budget hearing September the 9th, 2014, commission workshop September 23rd, 2014, final budget hearing continuation September the 23rd through the 29th, 2014.
Motion to approve all read.
Thank you very much, Commissioner.
Second.
Thank you very much, Vice Mayor. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Biggs.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Walker.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Hill.
Yes.
Mayor Walsh.
Yes. On to our consent agenda item. City Manager, if you want to give a brief synopsis of it again so all citizens present can know what the consent agenda item is about.
The National Incident Management System is a system that most cities and counties and all the way down from the federal government level utilize in emergency situations, and we pass a resolution so that we can be a part of that, so that we will receive information and be a part of that overall emergency system.
Thank you very much, Vice Mayor. Can we have a second on the resolution?
Second.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Walker. Yes. Commissioner Biggs.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Hill.
Yes.
Mayor Walsh.
Yes. On to our presentations. If we have, sir, I forgot your name, City
Anthony
Manager.
Badala.
Badala. Sorry about that, sir. If you would step to the podium, sir, introduce yourself and your organization you're representing. And we look forward to your presentation.
Yes, my name is Anthony Badala with Southern Waste Systems. We've been providing garbage services for the city of Pahokee since 2008, December, to be exact, 2008. I came here tonight because some things were brought to my attention from both the city manager and AJ from Public Works regarding some of the recent service problems that we've been having with the bulk pickup. I was going to address it and be out here. This has been my, Pahokee was my first kind municipality-wise, and I like to take a project with it and personally fix the problem generated over the past couple of months with the bulk So I'm going to be working with AJ, possibly put some extra out here, put some more people out here, rearrange things up. Some company to change things to try to get more productivity. Happens is you lose the quality. So I apologize, that was on me, but I assure you this. In a couple of weeks, you'll see a huge, you'll see ups that you've seen in the come through, make sure everything up and cleaned up for the people. I apologize for the inconvenience last year. I raised, from AJ, what we're going to do is find things where there's actually that's sent in, so that people within my organization, including myself, on each lane, and I follow through until the pickup, which and it'll be within, say, within 24 hours, where there's any resident concern, complaints, or anything, it's on immediately. We had a church that I apologize for specifically for that. That we didn't pick up the ball there for a week, but I assure you, I'll be more hands-on the next couple of weeks, next months, whatever it takes until whatever issues we have. Otherwise, I've had the same driver out for 4 years. I have many complaints or any complaints from services or the services. You want to, again, thank Pahokee, since we picked up the city here, we've added, Greater Palm Beach County, we did, City of South Bay, so for that I'm grateful. And, we support you guys, whatever we, continue to, out here for whatever events you do. And, the concerns you have, I'm here to answer.
Could you, in the future, be just a proactive as a company? What I mean, that if you don't hear complaints, city maybe touch base with manager once a month in person, or a brief visit. I think going, is there anything that we need to address? Because some of the we've heard from probably have persisted time and time again. If you can just work with us closely.
And I apologize because when we took the county contract, that was on that, much like I was handling in the beginning, under our wing, so I at least once a month in communication with Mr. Moore, and make the commission more often than I have in the past.
Any other comments, Commissioner?
I would just like to encourage you, Mr. Bernard, South Lane Avenue, Jacob and East Main, consider our main in the city. Those are from people who come in town to trying to get to other locations, whatever. And I just would please help us keep those because it does appearance of our people. We do need
All right, and make sure we hold all comments.
and not to say that I'm not concerned about areas, because if you take there, I'm sure you take care of the other. I just want to encourage you, to have a help us keep it clean.
That was one of the AJ said to me. And again, within the next 2, you're going to see a huge clean up, a huge difference. So it's a place over the past week. And I apologize for that.
Mr. Todd, I want to thank you enough to take that step and believe that you're going to do what you said. So we're looking forward to seeing us city. Thank you so much. And it's not all your fault.
No, I think Mr. Top has to take the responsibility. That's me.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Have one for citizen.
And I understand what you're saying when you come, you're making apologies and just like the fire department. Run out of water in my house, they come up 2 days later and say, well, remember, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. My house is burned out. So I'm going to loud. You're gonna get it right, you're gonna do this. You know what I mean? I really don't. I blame the one I elected to see that do what they supposed to do. Now you blowing smoke up there when you right. But they we need to be keeping accountable. You know.
All right.
May I address it?
Yes, sir.
May I address your,
We're gonna hold it to, two more comments, for the gentleman here.
it's my responsibility. I'm your garbage provider. My responsibility. I communicated to the people within my organization care of it. They weren't. Now it's time for me to make sure. So I apologize. I don't think things outside your house is going to anything. It went up. If there's concern with AJ, he'll send me. And I guarantee you those will be taken care of within 24 hours. If there's a concern. If it's a legitimate, a non-concern, we'll certainly get the door and we'll talk to you. Okay?
Very much, Ms. Culberson.
Trash in front of my house was not picked up for 3 weeks. 1621 Street. And I put trash cutting bushes all the time. And it was before they picked it up. They got worried, you didn't know if they were on Friday, they come on Saturday, Wednesday. I don't like it in my house. I put it Thursday to be picked up on Friday, and it would sit there.
All right, Mr. Holmes, sir.
I understand on the back street, but one thing I can say, put it on AJ. I have called him on this occasion. AJ had to call people to pick up the trash. Now this last in 3 weeks, vegetation, I mean, the vegetation so brown now, it's falling. I'm paying for it. Come on, Sid. I'm paying tax up.
So,
I do bargain all the time. Bargain can't get no problem solved. We need attending to the business to be attended to.
so as I said,
Because we come up here, it's bickering and fighting. It's ridiculous.
any concerns that AJ on the trail services with you tomorrow, AJ? Crew here, we'll make sure that we take care of anybody's at the times, I'll put a together so that those trucks, those locations, check them out. Thank you very much.
Very much once again for coming out and personally yourself. You know, citizens, as you can see, if you have complaints, you run them through City Hall. The commission is one thing, we're the main thing. You tell us, tell City Hall. So make sure complaints in written complaints, so we can have documentation, each conversation. Make sure we have documents that we can show for whatever we're faced with, whoever we're working with, we can show what we're faced with on a day-to-day basis. Thank you very much for being here. All right. We have Ricky Butts,
I'm not sure if he's here, but scheduled to meet with me Monday at 11. He did not, and so he was scheduled here tonight, and so I'm not sure what's.
Okay, now, thank you. On to the mayor, only a couple of things that I mentioned. We have here the support for Jules and Jensen. Thank you for getting that done. Get out to the agency. It's too late, but we did support, so maybe we have the representative here tonight. Make sure you're reaching out to the commission. If there's anything we can do or to help you that's within the city, make sure you are working closely so that we can do everything you're trying to do for the Jews. We have another cleanup on October 5th. I encourage all to come out and participate. The cleanup, once again, is a function, not only to clean the city, but to try to bring together a common goal together. It's very fascinating. come out and mix amongst your residents and talk about that you would probably not talk about if you didn't have that to meet them. So it's an opportunity to greet as well as clean our. Make sure we're participating. We'll be on the 25th. We're going to meet at the old City Hall under the tree over there. And this is for the report of the mayor. Other items that will be covered by the city manager that went under my report, but I'll allow them just to go through.
Try to get through these quickly. I want to thank everybody that came out for this past, the Black Nurses partnered with the city and several other, and from what I understand, successful event, and everybody for coming out and for those themselves to participate in it. Earlier today, Lavala came to the city and he flew into our airport there, and I had an opportunity to speak with him, and it's like we're going to be getting 1.3 million to repair or to recontrol from the elementary school, and that's been a component of this commission and our representatives, Bruza, Representative Ray, Lavala, and several others that initiative, and just want to thank everybody for that. So, additionally, we're awarded $10,000 to do some road, and we're going to use that to repave some of the city. I ask that you all, it takes a while for the processes to wind through the system. From what I understand, those commitments made, and so the city will be getting a range of $1.5 million repairs on their road coming months. Replacement project on road, I think many have seen that project. Is going to be the edge of the city all the way up to Penn. Part of that effort is to replace those water pipes, that main water pipe that's into the city, to try and make sure that old pipe is replaced, and hopefully much cleaner through those pipes. You all have seen the LPNL project that's been going on. Several polls in about the fall in the city after several meeting conversations with FPNL. Initiated a hardening project, putting those concrete all around the city now to make sure that if any storms or strong roof, we'll have much stronger to hold those up. This Friday, the mayor and I have with Mr. Gent to do some initiatives with the school district. One of the items is to make the community, to make the schools and other items, approximately, I think there's 9 items I have on the list that we need with them about, but that is this Friday, and so again, I ask y'all have anything that you would like us to cover, we would certainly on. October 20th, coming Monday, is a floating for the city, and therefore offices will be closed coming Monday. Commission place before you all the call, and feel free to then and give any. And if you haven't had it tonight, by all means, or whenever you get an opportunity, you have some questions or comments, feel free to give me a call and we can do issues.
Just quickly, Mr. I think that complaint law with that's cycle, the only addition to that is the time response stand back to the city, the gap I'm missing in the. For instance, someone do a complaint, I need to know, did the city actually ask that person for knowledge receiving the complaint, public giving them probably a due date. You have to do, you think the project be complete, but I'm not sure if you actually decline.
The dates at the end, actually the items were completed.
I guess what I'm saying, part that performance measure was respond back to citizen within business days. See that on the complaint. All I'm trying to see that missing gap, and that the city actually back to the complaint. Right.
As opposed to the items.
No, that's fine. That's great. I'm just saying add one.
Gotcha.
To show us item was actually a real.
Okay.
Right. Today they first received the complaint. The day they were completed, Maybe in a 2-week gap, I don't know if you contacted that. Most of the complaints really get upset when they in or make a complaint written on call, and then they don't think from the city. 9 times, sometimes we take it, but the person who made the complaint don't even know. All I'm trying to say is just one more call.
Florida Heartland, letter of support. We ask that the commission will approve of support, and also on their new charter, either the city manager or one of the commissioners as a board. That board charter requires that the city manager or commissioner serve. There was a past, we've always sent development director, but because of that change in the charter, have to, if we want to participate, either of the city manager or the commissioner. Recommended earlier, since he does attend those meetings, time perhaps she's the person that you're replacing on that board if she's with.
Commissioner Biggs, are you willing to accept that appointment?
Mr. Mayor, I'm willing to accept it, but just when I came with this commission. You know, because, whatever you do, you would work together, but whatever you say is okay with me.
Okay, thank you, Vice Mayor. Can we get a second motion? Thank you, Vice Mayor. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Hill, second.
Commissioner.
Walker?
Yes.
Commissioner Bass?
Yes.
Biggs?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes, thank you very much,
That
Commissioner.
letter of support.
That was included. Yes, I need to do it separate.
All right.
Motion. Need to do it separate?
I think it was in the first motion.
Okay. Then the next item, National Night Out Against Crime. Sergeant Cohen, give us an update on that. Start heading up that project.
Good night.
Good night.
All right.
I'm sorry I couldn't call Orange County Sheriff's Office. Can you please answer for the Glades? Encompasses Belgrade, South Oakey, Canal Point, Belgrade. Our National Night Out is pretty much where law enforcement community come together, night together, and we stand against crime. The stance against crime. We import our staff, the Denali unit, the Marine unit. We bring in choirs from this. I think I've sent out to some of the head church. And we have our solo dance team that comes out. We have the city government, each city that comes out and they come in regards to our crime. But pretty much it's bringing the community together to stand out against crimes that you may hear in the city. And together as a community. Of course, we as law enforcement, without your help, we need unity and cooperation. So October 23rd, 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. And join us in stand against crime. Free food, of course, some kids bounce house, and other vendors scheduled to show up at this. Come on out and celebrate. Come on out and stand with us. I want to see all of you here. You know, and if you care about your city, you gotta have a word. Yes. All right. And thank you for your time. Oh, sorry. It's going to be the Pahokee Deliverance System. It's going to be, of course, Pahokee with the host church. The Pahokee Deliverance Christian.
Old Army Store. Old Army Store.
The Old Army Store. Okay. It's a God's house now. So it's going to be at 164th Street, Pahokee. 168 Eastwood Street, Pahokee. The Pahokee Center. On the back flyers in English, Spanish. So please grab a flyer, and I hope it's there on the 5 8 p.m.
Thank you, Sergeant Cohen.
Thank you, Mr. Cohen.
The final item is get you all's approval to the commission meeting November the 11th. That is Veterans Day. It is a holiday for the city, therefore need your approval for that meeting to go that night.
Commissioners, your thoughts? Do we want to go straight to a motion? Thank you very much, Vice. Thank you very much, Commissioner. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Vice Mayor Walker?
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Yes.
As in America.
Thank you very much, City Manager. All business, restaurant and lease, I think we have the record here this evening. If you all forward, as we this lease sessions. City Attorney Burke, sir, I will expertise to guide us through the process here with Funky Mo. And for the record, Mr. B talked with here, and he assured me that all will not be in the restaurant. Very much. All right.
Mr. Mayor, the agreement is as discussed previously by the council. We need to run through it again.
Not really, we just want any additions to it or anything?
No addition from previously. Needs to be an exhibit attached, which is the we're going to have to attach that to it. So the agreement is ready tonight. I previously talked to him. He says he's willing tonight and to go. He'd like to be on premises Thursday, start and have the place up on December 1st. November 1st.
I'll start paying rent.
The facility is an event tomorrow, and so give us an opportunity that
We're not going
morning.
to interfere with that.
That morning we'll get anything cleaned up.
The only thing I want to do on Thursday.
What we're going to do Thursday is we're going to take the inventory of what isn't on the site he occupies and what condition it is, so that in the end of the lease, if it does come to an end, there won't be any issue. Who owns what condition everything was turned over to. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Is there anything like that?
No, just to get started.
I certainly agree with the lease, but want this to be expedited, but just have to access question. I know when he was originally, they was in the bidding process. We do a background check to make sure what information we had was accurate, because the contract would be the same condition as the original one. To have y'all check in any information.
There was a back that was provided when we were processed, and I contacted investigator stood behind the background provided during that time. And so that information we have but I don't believe it's distributed.
Okay, are you and the city attorney comfortable with what's on the ground, and you are running that we move based on the information that you received?
I said Mr. Brandenburg and I have gone over that background check to that determination.
No. You may recall, both Mr. and I recommended that this RFP. Council voted that way. Mr. Mine the next week decided he didn't want to wanted to go on the short deal.
Right.
There has been no background at all since that. The city has no background check at all this individual knowledge. Some other person documentation, which I advised the man not to distribute because I did not want upon it the approval of the city. So there has been no background done.
Okay.
I will say that when I do I was asked a background check on someone at a later, when I contact the individual that background check and provided the info that Mr. Brandenburg is referring to, and he's the same person that did the background check that we later asked for, and he confirmed background checks where he is. I told him about that. So while we did not have background check information, he confirmed that that was the information.
All I'm saying that the you currently have on hand, you actually put a have someone perform it or someone perform it based on how comfortable that in addition of that, if you are satisfied, if you're not, I'm not satisfied, but I'm asking, you may go out and do a new background based on what you have, may signal, well, I think we do maybe further, but it may be some decision, but overall, the city.
I haven't evaluated that background check, but
May I speak? I was privileged to know about the background. That's exactly why I said no before, and I also have to say no tonight. However, I think that the city knew the back check. So, because then if they okay, I understand that if we're going to get themselves are supposed to pay background check. But Mr. Burke, just like everybody else gets, I was privileged with information and it's conducive to the city of Hope.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, have not background checked that take my reputation on. So if you're asking that question,
No, I'm just,
yeah.
I'm just telling you what I did.
Now, I have no reason to believe that this gentleman something bad in his background, one way or the other. I just don't.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Asking the question. I'm just saying I hate of doing it. Just let us have the privilege of doing stuff while I was on this side.
Right.
and I'll say again, we information. I confirmed from the gentleman that we asked background check. However, I did not consider that info because when Mr. Brandenburg and I talked, we asked that it not be a part of the process. That during I've not looked at it since.
Hey, Mr. Moore, I'm just trying to specific. You have a background check. You didn't authorize doing a background check. But is there any major red flag make you hesitant to proceed? I would like to have this contract signed tonight. I'm doing my due diligently to make sure there's no major issues. Not even saying they are, but if a flag that indicate maybe the city should take it upon themselves to make sure it's one complete. And I'll take the word because I saw it. You know, if you call it no major red flag, or do we need time to let the city attorney just look over it and there are some red flags that will be a background check. And I'm not saying I something that's a long concern with me because up to me, I would do the signing tonight to have staff comfortable that there is nothing. Because one of the things to keep from reporting over and over again some of the mistakes making is to make sure there was background checks and even the committee for that. And I know it probably in the evening to bring up, but I thought I brought it when we had the signing of the negotiated contract to make sure we're comfortable with any background whether or not they were denied. And you know,
I can't say that I'm comfortable. I haven't looked at the background check closely for that purpose. I just never. Mr. Brandenburg and I discussed it. It wasn't appropriate at that time. I put it away, and I have again in terms of what's not on it.
I'm gonna move and put it back on the attorney. feel with the background at this point comfortable to proceed with the signing of the thing.
If your decision is based on having a background, I'm not comfortable with proceeding. Because I don't have that. And the one that presented months ago, I think was presented by people that didn't want the job.
That's true.
So we didn't know at that time if it or if it was even true, left half the stuff out. I had no idea. So that check that we really is worthless, from my standpoint, to any asking whether or not this gentleman has any problems there. Now, I can tell you from my dealings, they've been forthright, and I've not had a problem getting this lease with them. I'm also with the lease, if you want to go. But if you're asking me if I looked into this guy's back, see if there's any problems with it, yeah, I have.
And I have to agree with that.
Well, my thoughts on it is, we originally went out for art, had backgrounds, supposed background screens done. What's the purpose of the,
So we're not done. The
so
city did
background screening that we have? Who provided that?
One of the other officers, through community people, brought forth a supposed backpack that was negative in trying to sabotage gentleman's attempt to lease.
Oh, that's what that was?
That's what that was all about.
Okay, so I don't know if that satisfies.
When I came in, I said, we can't get paid. We can't get the stamp approval of the city, we can't disperse it. We don't know if it's true or not.
The question, did we do it back on Mr. Lambert?
No.
No,
We didn't
we
do
were-
it on anybody.
At that time, we awarded Mr. Lambert a contract without background check on him.
But there was,
There was, didn't proceed in there.
So, I don't know where we are as a commission. We just need to move forward. We move forward with Mr. Lambert, a background screen on him. We have a gentleman sitting here behind the lease. Mr. Lambert out of his lease on us. Mr. Brandenburg is telling us all dealings with, leaser here was on upcoming, the same way we did with, Mr. Lambert. So I would say, give the gentleman to prove himself. I'm just happy.
let me just say, there was no requirement that we do a check that became a part of this as we went through the evaluation process. And y'all asked if we move forward, let's background check. The background checks, as I recall, was one of the individuals that was on the committee.
Excuse me,
Presented it, and Mr. Brandenburg and it was not this about copy. It was also about the other companies as well. They also ground checks into all the 5 commissioners and so it was a complete so-called background check that was presented. We felt it wasn't because of the way it came to us. We discarded it.
Okay.
If I could make a comment, there will be a background when I apply for the liquor. I will either get the liquor or I will not.
In the future, we say we were gonna have back check if this original agreement, RFP, I didn't include one, and that would satisfy me. In the future, special term, we'll want to a background check. So I would move that, see with, the party signing.
All right, thank you very much, Commissioner Vice Mayor. Madam Clerk, any other, before we go to Commissioners, any other comments?
I was just gonna make a comment to the background. I thought, from my understanding, we go into the 5 year that we background check. Okay.
All right, let me get your comment, Mr. Moore.
Well, I city has confidence in Kathy and the success of the restaurant. time will show whether we do or don't. We're front people. I'm transparent. I have information in my pocket that anybody can look onto. I have a TWIC card, TW, that goes with my Coast Guard emergency 200-ton captain's license. So I have scrutinized up one side and the other. If you guys would like to see that, I'll do it, whoever wants to look at it.
All right, thank you very
You
much.
covered it. What's a TWIC card? Transportation Workers Identification Card. They do a thorough background check, because I can go into a secure area.
All right.
Thank you.
Got you. All right. You're
I
good.
wanted to thank Ebony today, because she was absolutely wonderful in the information I need to put in our... So I just wanted to let the council know.
Okay, thank you very much. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Babb?
Yes.
Commissioner Biggs? Commissioner Hill?
No, but I stress on is that what it does.
Yes.
The reason I must go is, again, I want to go to the original. I think overall it's just safe. Kathy, nothing against you. I know that you got people, but overall it was the safest thing. Her way to go out of to just take it back out forward and start over. So I will stick in my vote, which was no.
Vice Mayor Walker?
Yes.
And...
Yes. Madam Clerk. Thank you very much. Thank you for supporting.
Well, not
City of
disappointed.
Hoboken. Thank you very much, sir. The resolution, City Manager.
Mr. Mayor, this is the resolution with agreement to a certain extent, is because of the increase in revenue that we receive.
Comments, please, in the audience. Please,
This
a lot of talking. Feedback coming up on the microphone.
This resolution on the section following net change, that should be increase in 500 should be stricken, and change should be placed there. And at the end is necessary, and Jones. Then in section 2, just increase and place change. The point here is that fund will increase it because of this by $19,800 total, because revenues that will come in besides the rent and transfer from general fund decreased by that same amount, because we're transferring the money from the general to subsidize the operations of the marina fund. So it will reduce her from the general fund by that amount. General fund will decrease the appropriated funds, because we had $19,000 that was going to come from the, and we will also transfer to the marina fund that was being transferred to subsidize the marina fund. And so change take place in your budget and just on that.
All right, thank you, City Manager. Any mention? Since there being none, a motion to accept the resolution 14-48. Thank you very much. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Babb?
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Biggs? Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Mayor Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Jim Nate, Mr. Mayor, Ms. Pascal, were you Mr. Wasn't able to reach him today? Last time we spoke with him was last. As you all may be aware, the county is in charge of the project, the gymnasium. They're engineering for the air conditioning system. I believe they're finished with that now. The other thing I'd asked them to do was go and replace framing in the doors around the gymnasium, as to redo the bathrooms, and then they said that they were going to go and make plans to do that. And we were unable to get Taylor today, but reaching out to him to try and get an update of where they are and moving with those renovations.
Question for you. I know we talked several ago about appointing to be a quote-unquote project manager. Did you appoint it?
Project manager.
For that project, correct. So Ms. Pascal is better than
Yeah, she's the person that's communicating with Mr. Taylor on this, and then she and I need at least a week to discuss it. We just weren't able to meet until we get in this week so far.
Thank you.
Development initiatives, as I mentioned, Biomass, a company, a proposal today, 26 acres, and we have not reviewed the proposal yet, but it was submitted to. And then the Plaza companies that I've been meeting with, and the chamber with who's interested in developing the Pioche Plaza property. They're going bidding a proposal on that property, and I will have them to come and present for you all their plans. And that is all for me. No update on 5 and 6.
Thank you very much. On to new business. Lincoln City Conference, I think about it earlier in the top. We're going to get back to that committee. I'd like to attend. City manager and him of your interest in attending the city's conference. I think we also have for our Peru a medical marijuana ordinance to the city. Talked about it earlier in the regular workshop. It's basically to put ordinances in place to deal with medical marijuana that's referendum that's on the ballot. So it's something for perusal and consideration, and also polling citizens to get their input as to what should happen in our city to marijuana. So it's something that we have to think future. Comments, commissioners, that you would like to do that? City manager return.
Yes, sir. I want you all to review that, and if you passing an ordinance, then you let develop it and have it on the agenda.
Thank you very much. The
Goodwill OJT plan is Goodwill is a couple employees. They're going to sponsor them for 90, and they're going to pay for them to work and gain training. And both of them have this interest to go into public services. Right now, this is and they approve it. They will be giving us 2 for 20 to 30 hours of hours to service to assist with the maintenance.
First, the commission, since they're being in, can we have a motion to approve the,
So moved.
thank you very much, Vice Mayor, Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hill? Commissioner Hill.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Walker? I missed this all up. Commissioner Biggs?
Thank you very much, Ms. Bruton. All right, we're on to item number 4, business. Once again, citizens reminder, if you have not got a comment card, there will not be an opportunity this evening. Before we move forward, comment cards available for all this evening?
There were some, but there wasn't enough to tell Ms. Pascal there were the rest of the paper.
Oh. So I do have all the comment cards that are. Thank you very much. There will be no more comment cards, and remember to be respectful, don't approach the microphone. All comments to the commission. We have our sergeant at arms here, some assistants that will report you out if you are being unruly, because we want to make it respectful to the chambers and to our citizens. Vice Mayor, is your item that you brought on for this?
Thank you, Mayor. I don't want to read the entire memorandum into the record, but if we or let me read what reflects on me in this.
Ma'am, just because of the sensitivity of this issue and all the parties, that you just ask that the letter be part of the record.
I shouldn't ask you that. Okay, implicated in That's why I'm asking you to take the part that reflects on me, and I can clear that up.
Ma'am, you just had my suggestion, I gave it to follow it.
No, I don't. But I'm asking you.
You can read the paragraph that
Just-
refers to you.
Please hold in the chat once again. We get a lot of feedback up here, we can't really.
And that's why, because I didn't want to steam this in here, but I want to clear that what reflects. That's what I want. Okay, this goes to say that Vice Mayor Diane has assisted and partnered with marijuana to create a hostile work environment by encouraging staff residents to come to commission to complain about this administration. She has repeatedly approached staff day-to-day operational matters, and she continues her plan to develop information and support to board track and terminate government with the city. I joined the mayor in harassing and undermining my carry out my daily responsibilities. Their constant criticism and support of this administration has created and facilitated an environment that rewards employees for negative, destructive, that inhibits my ability to city operations smoothly. As exhibited by individual I won't name, it is clear to me the environment and from marijuana and vipers are clear enough in this matter, and the behavior refines the individual attitude toward her peers. Officials and most importantly, residents within the community that we see are a direct result of negligence from the aforementioned. It has to be clear that they intend and plan to avoid my right and terminate my with the city by means necessary. I just want to say that if it was left up to me, yes, Mr. Moore, I would be terminated. I have not influenced individual one way about this situation. I resent the fact that I'm being in this manner. I encourage citizens to come to commission other than them, refer them to Moore, and then I tell them, getting results from Mr. Moore, then they can come to this committee, bring it to our. We cannot communicate with them as relates to city business or things that may come before this commission. The day-to-day operation is being used as such. It's used to intimidate me, and I must say I don't allow intimidation to affect me in that, because Mr. Moore is to this city and the citizens of this community. If I had created a hostile environment for him, why are we in this when this situation is up? I work with Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore has undermined me. Mr. Moore has confusion between me and the commission on a constant basis prior to me well. So I just want to record that I don't expect for him to be rewarded for negative destructive behavior. I know what's best for this city and everyone in this community. That said, I'm done. But I just resent the fact that I'm being used as a in other words, the distract from the real matter that should be discussing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vice. I will also address the memorandum. I would like to address it through the attorney, because I spoke to the city attorney situation at hand, and the city attorney generated an email to me and also HR Director Ms. Bruton, instructing Mr. Moore not to engage in conversation with or about individual involved in the alleged rumor. Now we know proven tonight documented allegation. Moore violated our legal not to talk about the individual. Asking the city attorney advice as to what as a city manager for violating direct order from the city about, we now know, an actual complaining more.
With regard to Mr. Doing tell him to do, I'm the boss.
Got that?
And I give Mr. Moore advice, he's free to accept, not accept it, just like Jeanette is. So, the fact that he had to ignore my email and public document that talked about individual I asked him not to about, that in and of itself is not a violation or a cause for terminating Mr. Moore. What you have to look at in this situation is that we now know that we have a complaint with the EEOC by an employee. Mr. has his side of the story, and both of them need to be respected. Both of them need to be given a hearing on these issues. The complaint to EEOC. Now, with respect to Moore's letter to you all regarding the other allegations about commissioners, I really don't know what to say about it. I mean, that obviously is not something that says to commissioners that want to have a good relationship with them. So you have to decide on your own. Do you have the ability to move forward with this city manager, or do you not? And then the issue becomes, under this contract, do you feel you have the basis to terminate him for cause, or do you have the basis to terminate him without cause? The suggestions, Commissioner, have made earlier, the suspend with pay and without pay. This suspend without pay is really an option under his contract. Under his contract, either the city manager you report or you terminate him for one of those ways. If you terminate cause, he doesn't get any severance. Terminate him without cause, he gets severance. You have an option of suspend and him work from home when called upon for, but he'll get his full pay on contract unless he's terminated. Under his contract, the language is in his contract. It be terminated with cause. The cause is defined as malfeasance or not in the performance of the city's duties. So that's really the issue with you today is our situation now with your city manager. You can proceed to have work to run the city under the circumstances that you're presented with tonight.
For your attorney, Brandenburg, for the commission. Look through some other documents that can verify this or not, because I wasn't in office at the time. But has Mr. Moore been in this city before for the city? And what was of the litigation or with the city with Mr. Moore?
That's a question.
Correct.
Okay, there was previous allegation, similar in nature to this one, by a former employee Mr. Moore denied charge, and also very much wanted that to go to trial to exonerate his name. The insurance that represents this advised that would be finding in the city's best interest to settle the matter. And the matter was settled without there being any admission of guilt or responsibility on Mr. Moore's part. The only other incident I'm aware of.
Okay, thank you very much. Commissioners want to add some comments, agenda item?
Just repeat what I said at the first commission workshop at 6 o'clock. I still believe in due process. Again, it's a charge. There's no question of that. You know, I'm refer again to a murderer who had served his time, got out, did another murder, witnesses, he's not guilty. He's received due process. Because you'll say, how do you plead? Not guilty. Have a trial. Over West, when a person was a serious crime, the vigilantes came to lynch him. Always a sheriff to stay between them and say he must have his court. And not saying that party who was accusing wrong. That person may be correct, very credible. But you still in the society, and we live in, give a person price. There were allegations. Moore terminated from his employment employee. I investigated that, written document, but I have two reliable sources who have been there 5 years, and that there was no sexual harassment ever against a new administration and wanted to go in the direction, which is to that, if they want to leave then. However, charge of this nature, you have to, I believe, move a person at position, whether temporarily or permanently, to allow the test to not be interfered with. If you have a sitting man who was accused of that, and then there was an investigator, even though they may come in and investigate the trial in the office, the more may not be room, but just as at the scene may interfere. So in that case, I would suggest suspending withdrawal until the EOC does its investigation. Now you have to put yourself in that particular person. If you got a truth, would you just say, terminate me, give up, do what you want to do with me? A lot of people have been accused of crime, have been found guilty. There's a lot of people accused have been found innocent. This process takes that long. It may take 3, maybe less. In addition to that, the city wants to have a private investigation of the matter. One who's trained in sexual harassment, interview staff, and interview lead to come up with a. But it's hard. You're not going to give a person process. Put your in of it. So that will be my recommendation. If I support it, the end results anyway.
Very much. Vice Mayor.
Didn't the attorney just say that we suspend him without pay?
I didn't say, but even if you say,
Correct.
I failed to mention, and I'm gonna put it out there. City of Belgrade had a similar situation with their city manager. Allegation. They ended up suspending this person with pay. Investigation was completed. They got the necessary help they needed, and they took that person. That's all right. That's what it should do.
I'm just, because I'm understanding you cannot suspend them without pay.
It did say that was an option, correct. Correct.
I'm from a situation, the mayor and Mr. Moore, put us in an operation where we investigate violating the Sunshine Law, city charter, based accusation in his, he showed a lack of consideration for us doing that. And I just really resent, and I'm not going, you know what, we need a situation too with our manager, because I think it's so that the city manager authority to put down and make pennies compared to what and he suspended on a record. But now the option was him. That's just dumb stuff down to the people that work for us.
Mr. Becker, have an opportunity to say a few.
Yes, sir, City Manager.
I think in light of the fact we do have a station or charge from someone, I believe it would be prudent for us not to speak and allow that just to play itself out, the investigation, whatever else this commission decides done. I usually speak to staff, Vice Mayor, and of course his maid. I think in terms of the discussion about day-to-day operation, some of the other accusations, if you recall, last time we went through this process, Vice Mayor Walker clear that she felt that I was not moving forward and she was not pleased with something that I was doing. Very clear on the record. I felt that she was interfering with the operation. That has been no secret. I've had that conversations on many occasions. And it was a discussion that was had.
That's why I was trying to hold you accountable.
Absolutely. So the statement made in the letter were not the first time that we've had conversation. Additional secret that you moved the mayor's second to terminate your move the motion and you seconded to terminate me. That all occurred. And so
Just 1 second.
it occurred.
I did not make a terminate you. I made a motion. Correct. I just
But
wanted
moved me out of this, agreed. Moved me out of the city manager's.
Correct.
And so there has been effort by the two of you to remove me out of the city manager's position. That statement, where those statements are accurate. They're not inaccurate statements. And so as we move forward, the issue of me bringing them and causing problems and dissension, look closely at the staff evaluation that we just did an evaluation. Their were more direct this commission and this commission and the problems the commission was having than they were city manager or issues that were going on. And in fact, I would for commissioners that this staff works better and closer team than any group of staff members that I've been with here over the 8 years, approximately 8 years I've been here. And so if he is called any division, to the evaluation that this staff, according to this evaluation staff took, it is the commission that has been causing the problem. So again, if in my direction, I'm simply saying it is not borne out and the responses that I gave to this commission a couple of months ago. So in terms of Mr. directive to me or advice to me about commenting on this issue, I'm aware that Mayor was speaking with staff about this issue, trying to get to the information that commissioners were asking me, trying to what was going on during the process. Was a rumor. It's responsibility to try and keep the commission apprised of what the rumor. Before I just officially, and Mrs. Brandon documented that, we just received tonight complaint. Just received. We did not have it, but this time between the commission and this information fever pitch. And remember, it's about my reputation, about my name, and so I have my commissioners. Mayor Walks never asked me any questions about it.
For the record, City Manager, I reached out to the attorney and the city attorney not to speak to you about the situation.
All I'm is I've had inquiries about the rumor, and I wanted to make sure my commission was formed about the details of what was going on and that is what I read you all in memorandum. And I thought, again, that was my response. It wasn't an attempt to ignore. Brandenburg has given me advice on many, and the overwhelming majority of that advice is taken. I didn't say as a not taking advice because it was my understanding that I was not communicating individual, that I was not in general related to her direct communication. I placed staff in line to handle all issues related, and I made sure that patient was basic to you all about what was going on. And so again, trying to avoid or know Mr. Brandenburg's the review of his email. That was not me whatsoever. In terms of who's touching who, you're right, ma'am. I have no idea who's touching who either. I think that is inappropriate. I think the investigation is completed. I think that we all are a whole lot regarding that in terms of well, all of the things in that memo are true. In terms of events and bringing business to this community, I've tried to do. There are a number of businesses you have had before this commission in public, and especially 2 or 3 months that have come to the commission and presented to you all what they do in this city. And Mr. Brand, I tried to develop and work that process to make sure that if this city, they could do. And so I hope that the investigation moves forward, and I think will come out. I have comments other than I've done my very best to serve to the best of my ability, and this whole situation is unfortunate.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. You are correct, Mr. Mayor. This is a very unfortunate situation in this community. I mean, this here is almost tearing apart. My estimation, Commission, is not about an individual. If you are a part of any organization and it's about an individual, the organization makes a decision to remove individuals so that we focus on the nation. And that's what the Commission, we have a decision. Are we continuously have uproar community about an individual? I get complaints about you, Mr. Moore. I to do with these things. I best to tell them to go to city, try to work it out with the board. That's what all day long I complaints from citizens.
I get the same thing
correct.
About the wall.
But Mr. Moore, they elect and they elect them to hold you. That's the process. That's the process. They don't vote for us.
I do.
Excuse me. I just want to run this down on how I got in the process. The individual reached out to me on Saturday. Encouraged the individual to maintain strength and to be. I reached out to the city attorney to let him know what was going on. The city attorney immediately rated the email. I then reached out to HR to ask, was this city informed of the allegations? no. I reached out to HR again to ask HR, what are policies and procedures faced with a situation like this? Those are the two areas that Mr. Moore is, one that has reached out and one that I reached the information. Mr. Do not run through this city staff trying to them. These are our citizens to me with many issues. I try my best to be upfront with us and trying to resolve anything they may have. I reach City Hall if they say operational matter. If it's an issue or a personal issue, I work with my community. I'm going to inform this community about a conversation I had with managers. I was elected by you, the citizens. I sat with manager, to build a relationship. It was not even a week, and the city manager, hell, what have you ever done? The city manager, what have you ever done in the city? I said citizens elect.
In response,
Mr. Moore, sir, please. I'll tell you what I said.
You have the right to talk.
Please. When you said what you said, I then turned around and want you gone.
You said something to me
I want you gone. Added what you said to me. You are a manipulator. You are a constant lie. This community knows it. Community wants you gone. They tell me on a constant. That's why they're here tonight. And it's up to this commission to decision about somewhere in this city apart. He is tearing this city apart. And everyone knows it. We don't have this here. We've heard it time and time again. We've heard it time and again. The citizens know. They have tried to work with you, Mr.
wrong.
The citizens here like to work with you.
You're wrong.
They have came to a dead end on many issues. Garbage, cleaning the streets, fixing the roads. Ran into a dead end with you.
You're wrong.
We have ran course with you, so I hope this understand what's happening, what's going on, and make a decision. I keep beating around with this. We have settled one already. In position to settle one against the city manager's cost. He's not bringing revenue. Plus permission to hold manager accountable. The city holds us accountable. We hold accountable. That's the process. That's the process. And thank you all for listening to me. Commissioner, it's on Commissioner Biggs if you would like to make.
No comments.
Thank you.
Y'all been on, everybody gonna have.
We have some comment citizens. We have this in here. We're going to hear citizens. We have one citizen. I'm going to go here to allow citizens that are not on this topic because I have your issue to be brought front. We have Ms. Regina, HBIF, if you would like to step and talk. We're going to get back to the issue at hand. I'm going to hold the comment for citizens want to speak on. I'll hold those and we'll come. But I do want citizens she has to say. One of the things we're supposed to be focused as a commission, individual.
And I'm the executive director of Pahokee Chamber of Commerce. We're going to do on November, we're doing a training for businesses in the area. So know anybody who has any business. We have the Hispanic Initiative Fund coming and do 10 classes the local people about their business and how to improve. The classes will be taught all. So if they come with English as their language, this speaks both English and Spanish. Classes will be taught in Spanish. It's going to be on November 3rd and it's they're free. So please, if anybody would like a flyer, let me know. And I'm sorry to interrupt that.
Miss Deborah Abner, I'm sorry, Miss Abner. Leash law, they're all running through the neighborhood. Before you speak, this is the type of thing that we're talking we're getting ready to address issues and complaints to deal with an individual. Our day-to-day operation. You're not going to hear what this citizen has. It's an issue. You don't have to deal with this, citizens. Tell our citizens. I apologize. Go right ahead. I'm sorry, Ms. Abner.
I just want to know, I didn't know whether the commissioners were aware that we do have a population in the community. I a couple of them in the citizen homicide hit bull and different dogs, and I'm really faced with dogs and I'm not an hate thing, but I'm not, you know, like a dog, my dog is capable of doing. But if you come up, you don't know whether my dog is or not, and I don't know about the dog and getting the dog out and then bite you. There's a issue you need to consider, you know, whether it was a lease law in Pahokee, but I like to see the animals. I was even confronted by 2 pit bulls, by dogs all my life. I just could not get them excited. But I had a 13 years old with a pit bull. I don't know if the isolated incident, you just don't get the report, or whomever took the report, but several dog bites, and so I wanted to bring it to focus and see what it is that we at least remedy this. What area is it's like the nephew of mine, he was bitten down highway bound. I was attacked. I call it an attack because it's a pit, and that's an attack. I was confronted pit bull over First Street Bank. And once again, on Rodden Avenue, a different pit bull. And that's my concern, because a bull can be very, but as I said, more than pit bull, here are a lot of leash issues when it comes to pets. And I mentioned cats. I have a, and I don't do cats.
You said, have you contacted control?
I have not, because with the nephew situation, I encouraged his mom to go to control so that they can put this on the quarantine. That happened, but that was just it, and then they released the dog.
I don't know about the dog. I called it for a pet. Told me I had to catch him.
And that was, you know, the problem with the pit bull that from First Street. I actually leased because I was really, I didn't have anywhere to go to separate myself from the, and then just that I called the ambulance. But here I am, and I felt like a crisis. So if he couldn't use the police, I think another reason I don't have my own hand.
Okay.
Of us don't have the number on.
Thank you very much, Ms. Adams. I think you have the number there for. And we'll also look into see our leash law in the city, and we'll also reach out to ourselves.
Thank you.
I have a problem within the neighborhood, walking and running in the community. The danger in the community. At the comment card, no comments tonight. I have Anthony Everett. I would like to, if it's possible, here. Okay. Morrison, State of Affairs.
Morrison Senior, 587 Southwest Terrace. First, let me that I totally believe in the Constitution of the States in reference to free speech. But I must state, this week, Facebook and reference to this city seem like a segment every spring or something. That's speaking to each and every one here. That doesn't make any sense. I agree to have the right to your personal opinion without a question. First one to say that. But also, my personal opinion, there were certain statements that I feel should not have been. Whether you agree with me personally, I don't care. The matter at hand, in reference to Millwall. It's a fact. Every company or organization, everything lies and falls on shit. I would hope that the commissioners at the hiring of Mr. Leaded Manager do due diligence in background search. After that, the commission made the decision to hire him. These are very strong allegations that need to be addressed as commission. With that being said, this dials to have an option to the city address decision. And chips fall made as is based facts. If that means so be it. If that means being fired, so be it. But first and foremost, go proper procedure and process. And I say to this guy, failing to prepare is preparing them. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Morrison. We have one other resident, Rashonda Warren. Moore's letter.
I'm coming on behalf of the resident as well, but I want to give you guys, as it relates to Mr. Moore's letter. I have a best friend up north, and who's going to be in here? Me, and you Mr. Moore, you can't go to H. So the next thing to go to is my best friend, and they told me, he says, hey, what's up with the hospital? I said, I don't. I said, what do you mean? He says, you know, Mr. Moore told me if I give the $1,000, give me that hospital parking lot. I said, Mr. Moore can't. That's illegal. Why would he do that? They're in here from the end. And I said, I was lying. He told me that he was going, Mr. Moore asked the individual for all that money. And when the donation came in for the cash, Mr. Moore opened the arms and said, well, I thought he was giving. I called my best friend. Moore said, you were going to give more. And he says, well, if he ain't producing, I'm not producing. The next, Mr. Moore came and to provide documents to you, Mr. as it relates to the hospital, knowing that it's illegal. I have it on email, and I have it from the individual and forth. Him and I communicating back and forth. So last week, he called and asked him about the hospital and what was the status. So please, y'all need to look into Mr. Moore's bribing people for money.
May I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
If you responded to the attorney, and he's what's going on.
He's not aware of what
what's going on. He's aware that Mr. Moore and him as it relates to the status of
Let me see what you have for us.
also in here, as it relates to some parts of his letters, I'm in there, you're gonna see the documents from, that states the stuff that his letter is not true. From me, it's from and other individuals. And I just want you, when you called one of the staff members and you were yapping at me, I was right there, but I love you.
No, you don't hear me, yeah, I call.
I love you.
But it's tell the truth, Miss Shonda.
I love you.
I love you more, but
I love you. I
don't staff them enough about you. And you know that because you...
Guess what she said? And you know what? I'm home. I'm ready to go home. And you know what, guys? Mr. Moore is calling as it relates to this situation. And what is staff doing? Turning around and they're calling me.
But it's your day, baby. Just it's your day.
You best to believe
You
it.
need it, but I'll tell you
All right,
what.
Commissioner Anderson.
No, I can respond.
Yes, Commissioner. Yes,
I've been accused.
yes, Commissioner. Respond, I will give you your time to basically.
No, I don't need to.
I'm basically. Not happening.
I know you do like that.
All right, now I'm just trying to diffuse the situation.
No, that's not the difference.
Thank you very much.
I called Miss Bruce. What did I ask you for?
It wasn't today, Miss Biggs.
Well, wait a minute.
It wasn't today.
Tell me
It
when it was.
wasn't today, Miss Biggs. And when this issue came, I'm gonna let you know, I'm the one. Mr. Moore touched my nipples, okay? So he put it out there, so I'm gonna finish out there. Mr. Moore comes to me that he fights for my... Mr. Moore comes to me that Ms. Lattimore wanted me gone a long time ago.
Miss
If you read, when your daughter water bill paid...
When you all out there loud, that's beautiful, girl.
He tells me he could have had me fired a long time. He tells me that are upset with me. You look in that I gave Mr. Mission. If you look in, why he hasn't written me up.
Ms. Warren.
I don't even have a valuation.
Straighten it up, Miss Shonda. You gotta straighten it up, baby.
I love you. I just
Now
love
we
you.
gotta know that straighten it up.
Thank you very much. Commissioner, as we have heard from the accuser here. We've heard from the accusers tonight, so we have a decision tonight, Commissioner, on how to move forward.
I think is to do this alone, let the OC do their job.
And that's what I said.
That is you do your job.
Oh, no,
That's why we
but
put
we
you
do
there.
have, it says that we have EEOC to due process, let me just
You know, keep it in my return.
leave it alone.
Instead of my
Ms.
personal
Warren.
property.
Any other, would like to offer up any other comments? Are there any commissioners who would like to bring?
I would that order that they should not be impeded. That some more suspended with pay until the EOC have completed investigation.
Do we have a on that motion? And I think the reason is being put forward, once again, based on a due process and also for allowing for of the story to be heard. Do we have a second on? Thank you very much. Mayor, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Bass?
Yes.
Commissioner Walker? Yes. Biggs?
Can I?
Let's go, ma'am, one way or the other.
Yeah, Commissioner Bass, please, go ahead and, homework, Mr. Moore, get it done.
Commissioner Hill?
I'm getting it loud.
Yes. Thank you very much, Commissioner. Thank you very much, Clerk.
And I know you're we're gonna have to discuss someone be temporarily in charge.
Correct. I think I told Attorney Brandenburg about, would you recommend to the commission? I did not about that?
I don't recall that,
Your recommendations. Do you have a recommendation? My recommendation, Commission, allow the directors, direct their department to be the heads of their department, to manage their budgets, with the finance director, with their budgets, also to work with the commission, with their operations.
I hate to say it, Mayor, being
Go right ahead, sir.
I'm the county 34 years, you have to designate someone, you can't have.
The recommendation for that would be the city clerk. She's the one with a lot of knowledge of operations, one that works with the commission. We can give her an opportunity with us even closer. She's already playing the role and supported Mr. Moore, day-to-day operations. My recommendation. Does the commission have a recommendation?
I would say either Art at the Cemetery of Washington, I think, either maybe able to, and then the city attorney for consultation.
Correct.
And they get it.
I would recommend Ms. Washington Hall at City Hall, and Art is the backup advisor.
I could. So you want to put that in the form of a motion, Babs?
I will move temporarily Mrs. Washington, the city manager, with Art in a backup or assistant.
Do we have a second to the motion by Commissioner Babs?
I'll second.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Bass? Vice Mayor Hill? Walker?
Yes.
Whatever is that?
Mayor Wall?
Is Hart still here? Sir, the charge that has been on you, of course, by Ms. Washington, her appointment, we would be leaning on you guys to make sure our city is in the manner that it needs to function.
Mayor, Ms. Washington, the conference, Mr. Armister will fill in this week.
All right, sir. So you is out of town, so you're mad. You're the pointer. Would you like to take your bite?
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine, but I would love your vote. All right. Thank you very much for your nomination. Commissioners, it's now your commissioners. I'll start with Commissioner Bass.
It was best to let this convention go through with due process. And some folks are excited and happy, maybe disappointed, or which the case, but I know at the time you do. Mr. Manager, it's a city. I'm not saying we're not forward, and there are a step back to going forward. We can applaud, we can fight it, but there's a gap there. And we did the wrong thing or the right. There's a gap. There's nothing ecstatic. It's just a die that you don't like. You don't clap. You just hope they make the right decisions and move forward.
That's right.
Because we'll just leave that.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Thank you, Commissioner Babb. Commissioner,
I like to say to this community, people, y'all better wake up and smell. It's that time. I'm not talking to you, Miss Rome. Please be nice to me now. Let me speak up.
My wife, tell her later.
But I'm telling you now, this city is full of the boys, okay? I'm telling you, it's full of lies and corruption is among you, and you can say what you want to. I am happy, because one thing I do know, goes around, and if a person is dumb and goes to stand in your face, all of y'all, wake up for Hokey and smell it. Y'all have a good evening.
thank you very much, Commissioner.
Now, what you said?
I said thank you.
I got it.
I said thank you.
Thank you very much, Bishop Holmes. Commissioner Hill.
I just want to reiterate Commissioner Biggs and the decision that the motion that put on the table is a very fair way to handle the situation. And I do that we really, the city, like Ms. Biggs said, we really need to. I think we need to be so judgmental so people. And I just have to keep it said, you know, you have, some feel as though the people that are doing the wrong, people that are winning. In a lot of situations, it's just a matter of being patient, allowing the truth to come out. But what disturbs that how this would take such. I just look in this audience and I see people are sitting out here. It's something negative. Every time it's something positive, we see the same people sit in the audience, and it's not many. And it's a shame that you sit here and just continue to do this meeting. That's why it gets so frustrating. And do those that out. It's from the build, from people seeming as though they're winning, and they're really not. And I want to say something to citizens. I'm not calling citizens incompetent. If the shoe wears, there's people in this community, citizens, you all know what I'm talking about. There are people in this community doing so much power struggle, having personal agendas trying to get met. And let me something. I don't see more leaves here. The next city manager that's in the seat, I guarantee you, is going to be the same thing, you know, because the commission is not right. It's not right. We all know, and it will come. Everything will come tight, I guarantee you. The funny part, whoever is in England that has to pay. When the truth comes, I don't understand. They just on certain people, certain commissions. They don't write on all the commissions. It's certain ones with in negative. But we don't realize as citizens, this is a reflection of town. This is of our city. This is a reflection of our city. Don't allow it to get in your head. Positive, stay out, and we all have our places for everything and move forward. But look at that is a reflection. People way up country giving up PowerPoint. And then come here, do something, come here.
Thank you very much.
Bill, I want to beg this small part. That was typo. I'll beg your pardon.
You done made me feel good. I was told you. I'm about to cry.
Thank you very much, Bishop Holmes. Vice Mayor Hill. Vice Mayor Walker, I apologize, you're right here. You want to get started? Yeah.
Good evening. Just want to say a couple. First of all, I've always been told disease catch up. So, that said, I just want to stay focused on our city, our citizens, our community, and try to move it, get past the situation. Like I said, due process, this is both sides, so we can go through the due process visual and conclusion one way or the other. I just want to thank you all for being here. I think it's clear. Congratulate Kathy and wish you all the best for the rest. And I thank you and make us proud and make it successful.
Thank you very much, Vice Mayor. And citizens, thank you all for coming and participating in one of the process in this country. You'll be heard at all times. Thank you very much for being here.